The Boxing Day 2022. My soulmate. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just go shopping for her like that? Wouldn't it be nice if it was that easy? Well, you guys have heard the expression that nothing good ever came easy, right? And so thank you for waiting for my tardiness here, because in this uh, brief video, I'm going to show you how you can do just that today. One guy is going to get this deal today. I'm going to explain how in just a minute and why I'm doing this. So to start off with, though, before that, Anna and I were talking about the difference between last Christmas. Remember, you guys joined us for, I think, about 6 hours. We live streamed in our house, in our apartment in Odessa last Christmas and last New Year's. This year we just didn't have that in us. It's been a rough year for all Ukrainian people, right? And for us the least. So in memory of Christmases past and present, take a look.
Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child, holy infant so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace.
Oops, I meant to cut it before the anti-Russian campaign ad came in. But anyway, somebody sent me that video. I thought, that's too funny. But it's, it's not that funny for those caught up in it right now, right? With rolling blackouts. And I think we really need to remember Ukraine people that are less fortunate than us this year. And that's part of my Boxing Day sale theme here. Why I'm going to give one guy 77% off our normal 10K lifetime matchmaking package right here today. One guy that is so hungry for this that he's ready to just jump in both hands and feet. That's the guy we want. The guy that normally doesn't think he can spring 10 grand for this journey, because it does take other expenses, right? You've got to be able to fly to Europe fairly quickly, within 1 or 2 months maximum, we recommend, because the dynamics of how to find your Ukrainian wife during the wartime is definitely changed. I mean, a lot of things have changed. But you do need to go to her fairly quickly. So it needs to be somebody that's able to jump on the plane and go there within a month or two. But what I want to go with this, I guess I want to start by sharing with you. You guys remember, I'm exactly where you were. Well, maybe not exactly, but I'm where you were, or I certainly can understand where you are right now. You're watching this, and my regulars are on with me live because you have this dream. What I somehow pulled off. And you guys know at this point, I just came out of the closet and told you guys that I was not only bankrupt, broke, freshly divorced, but homeless when I went to Ukraine and embarked on this journey. So if I can overcome all of these really insurmountable odds by most accounts, I think you guys would agree, then my question is, why can't you? Why can't you? I just want to share, for those of you who haven't seen a minute and 20-second short bio video of my journey, and then I'll be right back. Do you find yourself over 50 and regretting chasing material riches at the expense of family? Do you believe it's never too late, or have you given up? Maybe Joe's story will inspire you and give you hope. After having it all, millionaire lifestyle, all the toys men dream of, Joe still felt unfulfilled. Joe prayed for God to shake it up, to light the path for his purpose. Well, be careful what you pray for, right? Well, bankruptcy and divorce certainly wasn't Joe's plan. In hindsight, it was God's. Joe found himself 50, divorced, bankrupt, and homeless. Little did he know his best years lay ahead. Well, fast forward 5 years, Joe is happily married to his beautiful soulmate Anna, lives the traveling nomad capitalist lifestyle, and his lifelong dream of being a dad has come true. Twice, with 2 darling daughters, and another on the way. Did you know exhaustive research has proven that regret is what we feel most on our deathbed? Well, if you find Joe's story hits a nerve for you now, Joe asks you to trust him just enough to hear his inspiring true life story. Joe promises to light the path for you to find your soulmate and start your family, even if you're over 50. And guys, I've never really provided you guys with an opportunity to ask me live, Joe, what was the hardest part of being in that situation, my situation, to overcome? How did you do it? Whatever your question, please go ahead and ask me deep questions in chat. Okay, deep questions about how I did it. The thing is, fear is a nasty thing. Most fears. It holds us back. It robs us of our dreams. There's a couple of acronyms for fear I'd like to share with you. Future, event, appearing, real. Fear. When you think about it, we're afraid of something that hasn't happened yet. It's always, fear is based in the future. We're not afraid of stuff in the past. We're afraid of the future. How crazy is that? We're afraid of something that has not happened yet. Who says it's going to happen? So that's one, when you think of it that way, maybe it will help deflate the power that fear has over you and you realizing your dreams. Another one, fear, is false evidence appearing real. Event. False event or future. Future event. Yeah, there we are with future. Future event appearing real. So it's some future event that hasn't happened yet, and it appears real. So real that it scares the bewillies out of us. So I just want you to think about what's holding you back. And if you want to share or in chat or ask me anything, you're welcome to. And where I'm going with this, of course, is the Boxing Day sale, which is on the table right now. So why did I pick 77% discount? So some guy today is going to get our $10,000 lifetime matchmaking partnership package, which everybody pays $10,000 for, except for you. You're going to get it for 2,300 smackaroos. And why did I pick that price? Well, because you guys know we're having an auction, which it closes at noon on January the 1st, noon Eastern time on the 1st. And right now, the current high bid is $2,300. So you can get out of the bidding. This is something different. And you can right now, slam bam, and you can grab it for $2,300. And your future will be locked and loaded. Your 2023 will be locked and loaded. You will be on that ride. Yeah. You'll be getting on the sleigh for this journey. And it's up to you to make it happen or not. I will share with you our statistics for relationships this year. Okay. So they've actually recently just changed a little bit, but 29 clients, 93% of them actually started a relationship. And then now currently in relationship, it's about 66%. And guys, marriage takes a while if you're doing it the right way. And our clients with our coaching, they do usually do it the right way. So they are taking time. But let me just, just help help you prime the pump of your dreams, because your dreams are where you get your power from. And fear is what robs you of your power and your dreams. So just, one client, David, he's about 70, and Luba, former model, and she's again about 49. They got married in Kiev, actually, in, I believe it was March. Arnold and Julia, and they are together as well. I know Julia was in Montreal. I'm not sure where they are right now because I'm not in touch with clients. Here's this year client, Myron and Irina. I believe they're also together, but don't take my word for that. Mark and Elena, another couple from this year, and Glenn and Natalia from this year. And those are just a few of the ones that have allowed us to share their story and be public with it. So yeah, it's up to you. It's totally up to you. So I'll go to questions now. One fear that seems to be out there, and the reason I published our statistics is this is Match Guarantee. This is Match Guarantee's growth over, well, you can see from 2008 there, but I actually published the actual chart. So you can see we're growing. We're growing despite COVID. We're growing despite the war. And the point is, the Ukraine bride business is not dead by any means. It's not dead. And in fact, I am saying that we're in a precursor to a boom. And I talked about that in previous videos. So I got a slide here. This is Boxing Day today. This was taken, I forget which city in the States. I just downloaded it quickly from Google. But this is what people do on Boxing Day to get a crazy deal. Imagine if you could just take a buggy, go pick up an empty buggy, and you could put her into your empty buggy, right? Her being your soulmate. If you could do that, would you do that? Ask yourself, if you could do that, and it was reasonable, you could afford it, like $2,300, would you do that? Would you do that right here, right now? Would you do that? And if your answer to yourself is no, you wouldn't, I'm just encouraging you to ask yourself and really go deep. Why? Why are you watching these videos, our videos, all the time, and telling yourself this is your dream, this is what you want, but not taking action? Why are you paralyzed with fear? Listen, you don't have to tell me. This is an exercise for yourself. I'm just trying to help you break through it. Remember, I'm the guy that was, well, I actually went bankrupt and got divorced on the same day. Can you imagine? The same day. So bankrupt, divorced, and homeless, all on one single day. Bankrupt, divorced, and homeless on one day. And I went to Ukraine and started my journey. So why can't you? You absolutely can. That's what I'm here to and that's the reason I decided to humble myself, because it certainly doesn't help my male ego to tell you that I divorced, bankrupt, broke, and homeless was when I was age 50, right? And now me at age 57. By the way, just sharing a little bit. This is Lizinka, our little 5-year-old, and we got her the Elsa costume for Christmas. That's her standing out on the patio. It was rainy and dreary and cold in Cancun, although we can't complain, right? Cold is plus 20. But it feels cold here. So we hunkered down and had a quiet Christmas in-house, which was really, really nice. Is really, really nice. And I want that dream for you guys. I want you guys to realize your dream. And I'm here as your advocate. I'm here as your supporter. I'm here as your go-to guy that can ask me anything. to overcome those fears, or to say, Joe, this is my situation. What do you think? Can I be lucky like you? Lucky. My definition of luck, it's when opportunity and preparedness meet. I got prepared, right? By doing it. I went and I made mistake after mistake and mistake, trying to understand Ukrainian women, choosing the wrong women, understanding really what I wanted. So, guys, I'm just going into chat now. And Juan is, thanks, Juan. I'm kind of going backwards here, hoping there was maybe some really deep, serious questions for me here, but I don't really notice them. Maybe if you guys do have deep, serious questions, go ahead and write them in. Okay, so without further ado, let me put up this banner and run it across the bottom till the end. So just like the banner says, our one lucky guy in our Boxing Day Blitz is going to win, okay? Our Lifetime Matchmaking Partnership Package, which everybody pays $10K for, and you, one lucky guy, going to get it for $2,300 today. So just read the terms and conditions below. It's the same terms and conditions as the auction. I think, just read it below before you email us, and then you email us. And the first email we get, that timestamp, you're it, baby. You're it. So what else do I want to share with you here today? That's mostly just short and sweet. I wanted to just be an encouragement to you guys. Put that offer on the table. Of course, some lucky guy is going to grab it, and kind of to fill your batteries up with juice again. I'm going to play to you one more video, and then I will be back just to answer a few serious questions. So if you have a serious question, please put it in chat, okay?
You're going to pay an amount of money, but you're guaranteed to meet people who are interested in meeting you, and all of them were, I had to decide who I was interested in, so it's night and day. It's really night and day.
Like, I came for 6 days. My very first date, we hit it off and have been like this ever since.
So was it worth it?
Totally worth it, because you guys are screening, so you're eliminating the wheat from the chaff. It eliminates some risk for me, because I was here before previously, and I can tell you that if you have a bad agency, or if you have or if you're doing it on your own, you have a very, very high chance of falling on women who are in it for money, just for gifts and everything like that, and you just eliminate the gold diggers.
I made the decision to join Match Guarantee, and having made that decision, primarily seeing the videos on YouTube and looking at the success stories, I felt it would be a good option for me. We know we're on a journey, yeah?
Yes,
we're at
exactly.
the very start of the journey.
Yes.
Match Guarantee is a very authentic, genuine agency. The intent of Match Guarantee is to help foreign men find true love. I'm very happy to be a client of Match Guarantee, and I've had a very good experience.
What I liked about the agency was that I wasn't smothered. They didn't try to mother me or direct me. They made introductions. It was just very natural.
Actually, it wound up that one of the ladies that Titania had suggested is the one that worked out right with me, because when I met her, I knew she was the right lady for me to be with. And so I just highly recommend the services of Match Guarantee, because their purpose seems to be to match people and not just go with this fantasy world.
Find yourself a good company like Match Guarantee that's honest, with real ladies that you can trust, ladies of quality like you say, fishing from the right pond.
Match Guarantee is not a small investment, but it's a very good investment if you're really looking to find somebody.
Working with Match Guarantee is actually less cost, it's much more efficient, and you have a good process on the way where you actually will be successful in your search.
I was surprised. I was very inundated with the amount of ladies that I was going to meet. Very, very beautiful women.
So let's see, in total I went on around, it was 10 first dates. They were all incredibly beautiful, so much more than their photos. Compared to back home, yeah, I'm definitely out of my league.
You know, don't be super cautious. Relax, especially trust Joe and Match Guarantee, and personally I can put my stamp of approval.
Match Guarantee definitely delivered, I will say that, and I can't be happier really with the decision to go ahead and give it a try.
Joe and Match Guarantee made everything happen for me, and I couldn't be happier with where I'm at right now.
The expense of Match Guarantee is money well spent. It's a guarantee that you will meet women. It's a guarantee that you'll find somebody, and you'll also be able to do so in a very reasonable period of time.
Met some quality women, two of whom that I have a real connection with.
Few words about Match Guarantee, like it's really awesome. It's value for money. I can say that for sure, because it's not just matchmaking, it's coaching. That's the core, like, you know, that's the cream of the whole cake.
This is a lot of money. It's almost $10,000 Canadian. You know, I felt kind of crazy, but I went, you know what, I'm going to do it because, you know, I think I'm worth it. I don't spend a lot on myself, but, you know, I have to move forward and find a relationship.
I've enjoyed it from, like I said, from start to finish. The girls seem like they're a lot more genuine. You can tell that the fraud or the fakeness that I've experienced in the past it isn't there.
They've done a wonderful job for me. So far, I can close my eyes and I can tell Joe, find me a girl, and I can trust a girl.
What did you pay? Let's start, Ash, for the unlimited matchmaking partnership. What did you pay?
$8,000 total.
And what do you say about that? Was it worth it?
So, first of all, to be honest with you, I didn't think it was real, so I had to come here first to meet you, know you're real or not. I came and met Joe, and I was impressed by him and Tatiana and Olga and the website and how organized and the connections with the ladies. So I had no hesitation whatsoever, and I'm glad to. It's worth it, and worth a lot more than that, yes.
What did you pay for the unlimited matchmaking partnership, and was it worth it?
So the investment was $8,000, but it was well worth it to find the right person that I can hopefully spend the rest of my life with, and I've got no real complaints, and I wouldn't hesitate to do it again.
Of course it's worth it. You're investing in yourself. You're not purchasing a car that you trade in the future or something frivolous. You're investing in your life, a life partner, as a matter of fact. So how can you say $8,000 investing in yourself isn't worth your entire life being happy with someone? Like, I came for 6 days. My very first date, we hit it off and have been like this ever since. So how can you not say that spending $8,000 for that kind of relationship in that short of time is not worth it?
I'm in week 2. I'm in my second week, and I'm already going to Elena's hometown. So, and I'm meeting her family, and she's basically said she's interested. She just wants to see if I'm for real. So the opposite happens too. We have to see if they're for real, and she wants to see that I'm for real. She's like, "You're too good to be true." So she said that to me. So yeah. To contrast, look, I told you 3-4 years. I was looking on and off. So let's say 2 years constant, and here in 2 weeks I got more results than I got in 2 years in Canada. So it says a lot, right?
If you're looking for a decent, honest company that will help you find the one, Match Guarantee is a perfect choice.
Very, very overwhelming experience to this point. I could not have asked for more. It's been a great, great experience.
I am utmost thankful and grateful to Joseph and his team for the counseling. Match Guarantee led me down the right path.
You're doing it for more than just the fees you received. You get, you really want to help people.
So $8,000 may sound like a lot of money, but I can tell you that in my experience, the opportunity to meet a variety of different great women in just a little over a week's time, and to establish something meaningful with a girl who has incredible model-like beauty as well as a lot of depth of character. She speaks 4 different languages. She's very intelligent and family-oriented. It's quite a bargain at that rate, as far as I'm concerned.
So yeah, it's worth it. And also the quality of the women, I can say, you know, all the women I've met without exception have been intelligent, educated. They have a high level of culture. Literally everyone I've met has wanted to learn. They ask a lot of questions about, you know, how things are in Canada. They'll talk to you about politics. They'll talk to you about sports. They'll talk to you about everything. It's a huge difference.
For me, the hardest part was looking past the beauty and actually finding someone who I want to marry and be with the rest of my life.
So at the end of the day, I couldn't be more happy with this investing in myself and my future.
Stop believing. Hold on to that feeling. Sweet life, deeper.
It was worth every penny and more. Now I would have invested 10 times more from the love of my life.
Huge thanks to Joe and huge thanks to Tatiana. I'm enjoying the journey.
Never stop to dream about something. If you really want to do something and want to receive something in your life, everything is possible. Yeah.
Just gotta dream.
It doesn't matter from which country we are. It's just we find out each other. Yes. I suppose that we are out there. We are soulmates. Yeah. And then just to wish happy to everyone who will join, who will apply to your agency and something like this. Yeah.
That's brilliant. Yeah, very happy. Eh? Give Joe a chance, and you know you'll be very happy.
Match Guarantee is the real deal. Match Guarantee kicks ass.
There you go, guys. Hope that inspires you. You know, because these guys that you just saw, they had the same thing in common with you. Like they have the same common denominator in common with you. I promise you that, because I talked to all of them, right? They all had fear. Every single one of those guys that you just saw that were successful had fear holding them back. The only difference is they broke through the fear. They didn't allow fear to stop them. They didn't allow fear to stop them. Thanks for the questions. I do see a few brave souls in here asking me deep questions. And I do have some bad news also, which you guys are live. So you see the comments. I'm sure you know the bad news. And that is the packages already. Yeah, so Boxing Day sale is over. That was fast. Where is it? So let me answer this question for Jason, as well as, yeah, so congrats to Jason. My only caveat is, Jason, read the terms and conditions carefully. I haven't had time for you to see, check out about you, because terms and conditions involves your history with Match Guarantee as well. Okay, so the whole idea always with auctions and creating opportunities for guys to get a great deal and to encourage those guys that otherwise probably can't afford us. I mean, that's honestly the main goal of doing these discounts is it's kind of our charity. We realize that not everybody can afford us. Or maybe you can afford us, but you just don't feel in a financial position that you could risk $10,000 in capital. So we want to help you too. If this is a burning passion and dream of yours, we want to help you too. So Jason, just read the terms and conditions below. So to answer your first question, Jason, I went to Ukraine on 2016, July 30th or 31st for a wedding on August the 8th, 2016 in Sumy, Ukraine. It was my best friend, wife, who's from Moscow, invited me to her sister's wedding. And like I said, actually the ink was not dry on my divorce. That's how fresh it was. And nor was it dry on my bankruptcy. And I had just been booted out of my 1-point-something million home on Gallagher's golf course in Kelowna, BC, and I lost that at the same time as the lakefront properties and everything, right? So that's the way bankruptcy works, right? And it was not a good time of my life, suffice it to say. It was the one of, not the worst, but it was one of the lowest points of my life. And then I want to answer. Jason was the brazen fellow to ask the other deep question. So I want to also, Jason, answer this question of yours. Thanks for asking the deep questions, because I find these questions are really going to help you guys the most. Did I find it difficult to get back into a serious relationship after divorce? Yes and no. More yes than no, as they say in Ukraine. The difficult part was, okay. Yes, if I got to be honest, it's probably I just should answer yes to that question. It was difficult. It's a matter of what was the most difficult aspect of it. Was it that I was broke? Because, I had very high I was very accomplished. I had very high self-confidence, self-esteem, all of that good stuff. But man, when you go through bankruptcy and lose it all, especially in the West, our confidence and our self-worth, unfortunately, is really connected to our net worth in the West. Now, at where I am now in life, it's not so connected. I have managed to, put myself back together with different values, the best way I can say it. So that was hard, getting in the dating trenches, knowing that, well, just imagining, okay, what woman is going to want to be with me when I'm just freshly bankrupt? And really, I'm not back on my feet at all, So that really kicks your self-esteem and your confidence in the teeth. The other thing I learned is that, it was a good marriage for 10 years, better part of 10 years. And then it's, life happens and it fell apart for a number of reasons, right? I never say anything bad about my ex, just, shit happens in life. But we were best friends. So, to lose your best friend, to lose your wife, and to lose everything at the same time, not easy, right? So in hindsight, which is 2020, as they say, right? My first 2.5 years of dating in Ukraine, all those relationships had no chance, zero, because I was damaged goods. That's what I know now with the wisdom of hindsight. I was damaged goods, and those relationships had no chance. And that was, it was an educational process for me, understanding Ukrainian culture, Ukrainian women, screwing up in relationships, doing everything wrong. I mean, when I coach you guys about the do's and don'ts of Ukrainian women, it's because I swear I don't know if there's a single thing I didn't fuck up and get it wrong. More than once, because I'm a little thick-headed. So it was a healing time for me. It was a dating time, a time to self-discovery, kind of like finding myself again, based on, it was a time of inter-perspective. That's not the right word, but looking inward, right, and understanding myself better. So yeah, the point I want to one of the points I want to make to you guys is that, hey, I was able to date serious, high quality, marriage-minded ladies. I dated about 50, give or take. I didn't count, but just, it's my rough estimation, right? And so, what do I want to say? I want to say so many things, but I was able to date easily with these conditions, in this life situation. Now, I never lied to the ladies. you know. But I did tell them the truth actually in the early days, and that was a mistake. I mean, not that telling the truth was a mistake, but telling too much. As a Canadian, we talk too much. I certainly talk too much, and so I did tell too much. And then when I did kind of tell them I don't have a home and this and that and that, yeah, that probably ended not one relationship. But what I came to understand with Ukrainian women, and this is really, really, really important for you guys to know. I'm talking of good women, high quality women. Which, by the way, if you guys don't already know, most of my dates were from the street, just saying hi on the street. No game, just hi. I like you. You're beautiful. Compliment. Can I have your number? I'd like to take you for a dinner. That's it. Like, that's it, really. And I had a lot of dating experience. And what I figured out the hard way is that a Ukrainian woman, a marriage-minded quality Ukrainian woman, she doesn't care so much how much is in your bank account. It's not that important. It's really not. And again, I'm talking about high quality, marriage-minded. I'm not talking about other classes. All those other classes I'm not speaking of, because that's different, right? But what they grabbed on to me, why I was able to successfully date, and they took me as a serious prospective husband, all of them, is because they could see I had a mission, I had a passion, I had a path, I was going somewhere. The worst thing you can do for a Ukrainian woman is not know where you're going. Oh my God, you can have $1 million in the bank account. Well, you'll catch a gold digger, no problem, and she'll happily spend it for you. But if you don't know where you're going and what your purpose is, yeah, they're not interested in you. So because I didn't have the money, but I had this purpose, this passion, this life direction, these goals, because the good Ukrainian woman, the traditional Ukrainian woman, she wants to support you. She wants to be in your corner. She backs you. She supports you through thick or thin. Anna and I have already been through some challenging times with the family. I don't mind sharing that with you. But one thing, my Anyushka, she's always in my corner. She never judges. She is there to help. She is there to support. She is there to give words of encouragement. And this is, I'm not saying my Anna is normal or average, because there's nothing average about her. That's the truth as well. But traditional women are like that. They're very supportive. They're not like Western women. So introspective. Thank you. What? Introspective. Okay. So it looks like the questions, the deep questions are starting to pour in, which is great. Well, yeah, this is the thing. I had to learn to shut up and not tell my financial status. Like, I don't have a home, I blah, 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 blah. Because kind of when I started to date, I would vomit, kind of verbally vomit on my woman and just tell her all my negatives, and that was a bit overwhelming and scary for them. I don't advise that. But at the same time, you don't have to tell them all your negative current, life situation attributes or whatever, And so I learned with some dating not to discuss that, just to be who I am, be on my path. I was busy. I was not available a lot. I didn't, I didn't chase them so hard that like, oh, when are you free? Like this. No, I was hard to pin down because I'm busy. I'm a man on a mission. I got shit to do. So I didn't do it for the purpose of game. I was just really busy. But Tesh, to answer your question, it's not difficult to get dates in Ukraine. It's not difficult at all. And may I add, and it's not that I'm bragging. I only have interest to share my story with you, so you know what is reality, what is the truth, and it's my experience, my story, so I can speak to it, right? So, because my true life's passion, like dream, I should say, was to have, children. And it's okay to have children that are not biologically mine. That was always totally fine with me. I could love any child. But did I want to have my own flesh and blood, my own DNA to carry on my family name and all? Yes, absolutely I did. Absolutely. And that was important to me. So I was always dating ladies that are between 16 and 26 years younger. That's kind of my range. 16 years to 26 years younger than me, always. About 50 dates. And when I say dates, that includes the serious relationships, because I was usually in a relationship. Very seldom was I not in a relationship. It's a matter of a few weeks, and just from the street. Yeah, I did do some agency dating, some in-house dating, quality control. My job was quality control manager then. Just kidding, of course. But where was I going with that? I've said this before in live streams. In my I'm Out when I said it, and it's really, really, really important you guys understand this experientially through me. Dating in Ukraine is like fishing with dynamite. It's like, it's so night and day. I can't even express it. It's so night and day. Would this happen to me if I'm 50, bankrupt, broke, and divorced and homeless in Canada? Oh my God. Absolutely no chance. None. But in Ukraine, it's really true. There's a scarcity of men. There's a scarcity of marriage-minded men, and men without, that are not alcoholics and deadbeats, just husband material. There's a big shortage, regardless of what the demographic says. There's a big shortage, and I don't need to justify it with the numbers like other people might need to do, because I experienced it. And there's nothing more. There's no more better proof than experience, right? It was incredible. It's such a self-esteem booster, because when you can almost ask out any girl you want, and I'm talking high level, I always went for the beauties. So, yeah. That's one of the reasons I like street pickout, because I could see, okay, this is my type. She's very beautiful, and that's it. I approach. Simple as that. So it's just so easy, Tesh. It's just so easy. There's so much opportunity. There's so many women that are looking for a good man. And it's not that I'm all that or so special. You guys can see, you guys can hear what was my life situation. So, please compare yourself with me and ask yourself why you cannot. Of course you can, right? If I did it, you can absolutely do it. Okay, is trusting again. Yeah, I never had a problem trusting. I never had a big problem. I'm just trying to think of it. Because I don't know, when you lose everything, including your matrimonial home, I think most women gonna say goodbye. So I don't blame my ex. That was my job. I was the provider, and I let her down, right? So for me, it wasn't trust. For me, the challenging part of finding my unicorn was I have a very tall bar. I have a crazy tall bar. And I just made my mind up that I wasn't going to settle. I was not going to marry someone unless, they met all of the criteria. And I really, there was some, big criteria, like deal breaker criteria. If she wasn't this, then I wouldn't even date her if she wasn't that. After a few dates, if I saw, okay, it doesn't meet those criteria, I just would not date anymore. So that was the challenge for me. I think, other guys don't have as difficult of a time as I had. because I had a really, really tall bar. So thanks for the question, Juan. So, of course, I would never answer this question. I mean, how could you even ask? It's client confidentiality, but you can watch any of Jean-Francis's videos, because there's about 6 live streams, and he is a financial planner. He tells you in his videos he's a financial planner in Quebec City. So you can figure the rest out. Okay, I love the honesty. Putting up barriers seems to be my biggest obstacles. Well, and you know what this is, Brendan, right? Barriers. I have suffered with this too. We all have core self-limiting beliefs, and I've paid more money than I care to admit to study the psychology of core self-limiting beliefs, how they control us, and how to overcome them. How to overcome them. Very, very difficult how to overcome them. That's the most difficult. That putting up barriers is most likely I'm not worthy of love. Core self-limiting belief. So you block people because I'm not worthy of love. Okay. So yeah, it's a tough one to get by any self-limiting belief. Core ones. There's self-limiting beliefs, and then there's core ones. Core are go right deep to the core. But anyway, at the end of the day, brute just doing it gets through any of these. If you can muster up the gumption, the balls to just do it, just set up the conditions. And this is another way. And I admire Jason for just, being so fast. Jason, right? Boom. I emailed you. Jason has doubts. I guarantee you he has doubts because he's a normal man, but he just did it. Now, Jason, by doing this, he's in. He got himself a smoking deal, right? 77% discount. All you guys should be jealous. But what he did is he set up an environment that is going to virtually ensure his success. I hope I didn't lose you guys just now. Virtually ensure his success, right? Because he has a lifetime guarantee. Now, as an Asian man, he has complicating factors. I'm not sure his age and his beauty level requirements and all this, but we will have a serious conversation with Jason. It's much more challenging for him than for a Caucasian client. That's just the reality of it. I don't blow smoke up anybody's ass. I never believe that serves them to say, oh, yeah, absolutely. But Jason just did it. So by doing that, like I say, he set the conditions up for his success. You see? So that breaks through the core self-limiting beliefs just by brute strength, because just doing it, that's what it does. Yeah, you know what? Just a regular job. I'm not sure where you're going with that, Tesh. But I do. Let me just speak to this, and then I'll get back to Q&A. Okay. I also want you guys to understand something. Since the war began, to court your beautiful Ukrainian lady and to marry her, to court her, and all of that time, because I never recommend getting married too quickly. It should be a minimum of a year to get to know each other before you get married. Otherwise, well, you're just taking a risk. You're taking a risk, it's just too risky. The smart way to do it is to get to know her. That's what Anna and I did, right? And even at that, we could have known each other a little bit more before, just saying. So what I want to really impress upon you guys, and I know you guys trust me, and I appreciate that so much, more than you'll ever know, and I would never betray that trust. I want you to know it just got way, way cheaper. How much? I'm not going to throw numbers out at you, but a lot. A number of fold, right? A number of fold cheaper. Why? Because before you had it got to 2.5 year wait for a K1 approval for Americans, because most of you guys are Americans. So you don't have to fly back and forth as many times as it takes to keep nurturing that relationship. And so she doesn't forget about you, and she sees you as serious. You have to keep going back. That's expensive. Flying back to Europe or back to Ukraine all the time and all of that, that's expensive. That's one of the most expensive elements of this journey. Now it's gone. We've had clients in 5 days get his lady approved to fly to him and be with him, to sponsor her to come to America. 5 days. So you go there, you get to know each other a little bit online, whether it be 2 weeks, 4 weeks, maximum 2 months. Trust me, maximum 2 months. Longer than that, you really risk blowing up or imploding the relationship, because this process is now on turbo. It's now on turbo or nitro, maybe nitro. Things are happening fast, and women are looking for a man that knows what he wants and chases her and catches her and then does what he wants with her, marry her, have kitties, live happily ever after, whatever. So you don't have that cost. You don't have legal costs. It's very simple, the immigration process. You don't need a lawyer. So you don't have those immigration costs. And, if it's Australia, you don't have the $10,000 immigration fee. The UK, also $10,000 immigration fee, there and abouts. And it's literally, you go a couple of times to see her, right? If you guys really get on, it's up to you. You're in control. But at wherever you fly, you bring her to America. And then you put her up. That's what I would do anyway. I would put her up in my city. I would put her up until things naturally progress in the physical, and then she would probably move in with you, right? And I mean, it's up to you again, of course. And then you get to know each other. I really do think the longer you can put her up and keep in a separate home, the better for your relationship. But it's up to you. Way cheaper, several times cheaper than it was before. So if you're one of those guys that not sure if you can afford a Ukrainian wife, it doesn't get any better than now. It doesn't get any cheaper than now. I promise you that. So looks like the family is home, which I'm surprised. I thought I was meeting them at the mall. I guess things have changed. So guys, you know what I'm going to do? Who wants me to give one more Boxing Day blitz away? Dochenka, привет. One more blitz. Write yes or write no in comments. Who thinks I should give away one more? Because it went so fast. Jason, he's probably got it, I would imagine. As long as he meets the terms and conditions below in the video below. Check it out below. But who wants me to give away one more blitz? $2,300 for a $10,000 lifetime matchmaking partnership package. Who wants it? Please write yes, write no in chat. And I have about enough time for here's a question for another couple of questions I can do. So this question is about these statistics, right, that I put up. So where are we here? Sorry. Okay. So 27%. So what? 93% actually started the journey, right? So the difference between 93 and 27, the difference between 93 and 66%, they broke up. They started a relationship and they broke up. 7% have not started, so they never had one relationship. So hope that explains that. And I believe Anna has intention of going into our 2021 numbers as well in the fairly early new year. So, okay, guys. Prefer 1000%. Yeah. Yeah. There is, and that's why we've done various videos on various ethnicities. The biggest prejudice is against African American, black guys, and the darker the skin, and if it's Indian and he's dark-skinned Indian, it's a high prejudice factor. It just is the way that it is, right? I can't change that. I'm not prejudiced, but it's not me you're wanting to marry, I think. So, but it's possible, Jason, right? It's just you've got to, I believe that it empowers you knowing this challenge factor that you're going into this with. It equips you with the staying power, right? Because now you're psychologically prepared for more rejection. So when you get rejected, you're not so super sensitive about it. You're like, okay, listen, I'm only looking for one woman to marry, right? As Brian Tracy said, you know, if you haven't got a yes, it just means you haven't got enough no's yet. And that's the mindset you need to have. You're only looking for one. Okay, guys. So, oh yeah, here was this question. Yeah. Why do most guys not have passion? I mean, I feel sorry for you if you don't have passion. If you haven't found some purpose that's greater than yourself, then you need to. I mean, I don't really mean it in a derogatory way. I feel sorry for you. I'm sincere. I feel bad for anybody that hasn't found their life's purpose, their passion, because you need to do that. That's what life's about. You will find a new level of energy. You will find life force that you didn't even know was inside you. When you have found your life's purpose, your passion, okay, it's a game changer. It's a life changer. So I wish that for you, and you should have the goal. If you don't, if you haven't found that, you should have that goal. Put that on your 2023 New Year's list. You know, your resolutions and your goals for next year. Hey guys, any final questions? I'm going to let you go here because the family's back, and we're going to take the kiddies out for. We're going to go to a fair. There's a fair close to us, and do the Ferris wheel and all that good stuff. Okay, guys, I will let you go. So I'm going to, just for clarity, I'm going to have one more of these. I will just put it up for clarity's sakes. Yeah, one gone already, most likely, and I'm going to have a second one. So a lifetime matchmaking partnership, regular $10,000, what everybody else pays for it, and a second lucky guy is going to get it for 77% off, $2,300. And you can go shopping for your soulmate in 2023. And you have a lifetime guarantee. So if you have a lifetime guarantee, why are you not going to be successful? The reason I designed the lifetime guarantee, and believe me, did I have doubt that it would work when I started Match Guarantee? Hell yeah, I had doubt, especially since my peers in this industry told me it's absolutely impossible. But luckily, I didn't believe them and don't, because I always, my fundamental belief, whatever product or service that you offer in life, if you can't guarantee it, you don't really believe it. And if you don't really believe it, you shouldn't be selling it. You shouldn't be providing this service. Okay. So when I provide you a lifetime guarantee, the purpose was it would help you immensely overcome all the litany of fears that are holding you back. Because I'm doing risk reversal. I'm putting the onus on me. Okay. I got to work with you until you get married. So if I take a client on that has very low chances of ever getting married. He's going to be with me 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and drive our team absolutely batty. Why would I do that? So you guys understand that I wouldn't take a client. We wouldn't take a client unless we really believe in our head, our heart, and our gut that he will be successful. So you have that vote. I mean, that confidence when you become a Matchmaker Guarantee client, because we do absolutely turn guys away. And we've been around for 6 years, so you know that's true. It's out there. Okay, guys. Looks like maybe a question or two. Yeah, thank you, Rodney. Thanks. Merry Christmas, because we've got a couple more Christmases coming up, right? It's one of the bonuses of being in the Ukrainian family, right? Yeah, thanks, Juan. Donovan. If you want a coaching call with us, guys, I will find the card. Just go to this URL right here, right there, matchguarantee.com/register. And that's where you book your coaching call. And it will ask you, who do you prefer as a coach? Doesn't always mean you're going to have that person, but you can indicate who you prefer as a coach. And then when you do that, you are entitled to, for just a donation to our Ukraine Refugee Fund, you can choose 10 ladies from our website, find out which ones are interested in you mutually, and then from the ones that are, choose one and have a Zoom introductory call. It's really a first date up to 1 hour long, and that's all for a donation to our Ukraine Refugee Fund. And that'll really give you an experiential feeling of all kinds of things, of Match Guarantee, of our coaches, and Luba, she's as good as gold, and you spend some time with her, you'll see that for yourself. And just as importantly, you'll see we'll call it the quality level, of a lady you're able to attract. So how close you're able to attract to what you want. Okay. Yeah. Thanks for mentioning that, Rodney. Ukraine dating. Let me share this. Some cool things coming up, guys. We're starting a membership on YouTube. So let me just share with you just briefly. Thanks, because I almost forgot. So here's our channel, ukrainedating.tv. If you guys haven't been there and subscribed, you got to do it. It's amazing. These ladies are amazing. If you have doubts, this is the best way to overcome them, because you just need to watch a couple of these streams with our beautiful Jana or our amazing Julia, and you will understand they're salt of the earth. Their values are amazing. Their values. And these ladies happen to both be single, although that's not the point. That's not the purpose of the channel. It's more education. It's more being a place where you guys can get your tough questions answered and be confident that it's honest answers to the questions. That was the purpose of the channel. But now we're having a membership with all kinds of cool things in the membership. And it's going to really help the burden of cost being kind of spread out amongst more members. And big shout out and thank you to all you guys that have donated on Ukraine dating. We're almost at our 2,000 cost budget for December. We're almost there, and I'm sure we will hit it. And a big thank you for you guys. We wouldn't have been able, seriously, I wouldn't have been able to do it without you. I'm so happy, so grateful that you guys shared my vision that this thing is really going to help a lot of guys. And now I feel like it's, like a baby bird when it's ready to leave the nest, but afraid to jump, but it's left the nest, and I believe it's got wings now. I believe, we're out of the risk zone, because I frankly speaking, I can't handle the $2,000 a month, completely speculation expense, just in complete speculation right now, as I've left the nest myself to go on with another passion of mine, real estate investing. So couldn't have done it without you guys. Thank you very much. And this membership is going to take the burden of expenses and spread it over many more members, and it'll make it easier for you founding members that are supporting the channel, because I know you've borne the the main brunt of the expense of supporting the channel. And again, I'm forever indebted to you guys, your core, I'm going to call you founding members. Okay. Maybe we'll have a badge, but yeah. So we'll be rolling out this new membership. It's YouTube based membership, which is really cool. And yeah, we'll announce what all is included with that soon on the channel. We will see. Anna is the new boss, as you guys recall. So Ukraine dating is her baby now. Okay, guys. So I wish you guys all a happy new year. From the bottom of my heart, I wish you to find your Ukrainian soulmate, your wife, and I just encourage you to do it. Just do it. Just do it, and you will be successful. Yeah. But if you don't do it, if you don't take action, how can you be successful? It's scary. I understand. Remember, I've been there, done that through worse situation, I'm sure, than yours is. But I am proof that it's possible. And maybe you'll be lucky to win the heart of an amazing human being like my Anya. Okay, guys. All the best. Happy New Year to you. A few more. Okay, guys. Happy New Year. Bye-bye.